Hi guys, we're back at Smash Fishing. We're currently down the beach just waiting for low water. We're going to show you a different form of commercial fishing. This is shore netting. So basically we go down on the low water edge, set out some nets, leave it over the high water and come back at low water and hopefully catch some fish. It's a very unique way of fishing, and it's actually quite specific of how you target the fish and what size. It's very interesting, so stay tuned. It's Smash Fishing, baby. Woo. A netter's worst nightmare right there. This is why there's probably about 3 or 4 people that actually do this on the island, is because of seaweed. Targeting a certain size of fish, also certain species, so bream, mullet, bass and gilt heads. That's pretty much what we're trying to target. Matt's using a 4 1/4 mesh, which will only catch like a 44 centimeter bass, so you won't get undersized stuff, or if they do, it's very rare. So like, you don't get a lot of bycatch with this, which I really like about it. And the fact that you can just walk down the beach, go check your net, grab some fish and then feed some customers. There's actually quite a lot of laws involved with netting from beaches and stuff. Obviously you've got to be safe about it, but half the year through the summer and that, it's illegal to do that off the beach. It's only through the winter months you can do this. Matt, who I fish with, he's been netting probably as long as I've been alive, so he's got a lot of experience in this, because if you put a net in the wrong place, you can end up with a ton of seaweed, like quite literally a ton of seaweed. So that's why not a lot of people do this. It's because if it goes wrong, there's a lot of time spent cleaning it all up, that's for sure. Matt's arrived with the nets, guys. As you can see, this is the mesh. If the fish is too big, it bumps into it. If it's too small, it swims through it. So we're going to start setting these out now. Hopefully we catch some fish. Nice. Tide's actually gone down quite well, eh? This is your float line, and Matt's got the lead line to the anchor, and that's both ends that are like this. What is that, a 4 1/4?
4 1/4.
Nice. Interesting. So the float line, as its name is, just floats along. This stands 8 foot high, and the lead line keeps it on the seabed, and then anything in that water column hopefully swims into the net. Right, got our floats, and all we got to do now, pick up the bucket and run straight across. Aim for the big boulder.
Big boulder. I'll take a look at it now.
I like it when there's a lot of birds around. So we got to do now, guys, so we've got it out the bongo. We just got to spread it out and take out any weed from the last trip. And the float line has to be up, so when the tide comes in, it doesn't wash it over the lead line. Interesting. That's the idea, guys. See, it's all nicely laid out now. We're just going to work our way along, then we'll get the second one out. Fingers crossed we can catch some fish. You can see the whole design of the net. This floats up 8 foot, and then you've got your lead line there, so it's hard on the seabed because a lot of the fish will be on the lead line. Come on, you fish. at that, completely de-weeded. And when the tide comes up, more weed's going to go into it. Matt's just finishing off there, putting a few stones on that line. That's both nets now, they're both tied together. And they run all the way along here and all the way back there. This is ideal ground for bream and bass. That's primarily the target species. There's a nice little bit of viewing, something a bit different for you guys. So if the fish is too big, it won't get stuck in the net, and if it's too small, it will swim through it. So we're after sort of the 44 centimeter bass, and then the bream will be around the 600 gram mark. So it's very interesting. It's quite specific, this net fishing, a lot more than I used to think it was when I was an angler, that's for sure. I used to think nets catch everything, but they don't. It's actually very specific. We've got the sexy gloves on today. Look at that beauty. Let's go get some fish. This is just because of the fish spines, and the net cuts your fingers when they're wet, so a little bit of protection. Come on, you fish. Certainly a miserable night tonight. First catch of the night, a dogfish. He's still alive, so we're going to let him go, guys. We don't want him. There you go. Swimming up tide, look. First bream of the night. Nice. Nice big bream. You won't see much smaller than this, guys. That's about an average size. Good eating size bream. Come on, you fish. Another bream. Oh, there's more fish. Got a little rocky there. The gilt head's showing an appearance. Nice. That's the gilt head bream, guys. One of the target species tonight. What a lovely fish.
Grey there and a bass there.
Oh, grey and a bass. This is a very underrated fish to eat. Grey mullet. There we go. Nice little bass there. And you can see this is about the average size we catch in this size mesh. Any smaller would go straight through the, so yeah, hopefully we can get a few of these bad boys. Yeah, another guilty. Hey, oh, look at that. That's a shiny one. Look at the gold band on that head. That's a cracking fish. That's a good start, eh?
Probably mullet.
Nice. While we're waiting for the tide to go down, guys, we're going to start de-weeding and taking some fish out. That's a great start. Some nice mullet, bass and gilt heads. Big grey mullet, big old gilty in the butt. Nice sized bass there. Beauty. As you can see, what happens is the fish, this will stand up straight in the water and the fish will swim in and get caught on these little hooks in the gills, hence the name of gill net. Lovely eating fish. Lovely to see so much fresh fish like this. Get that guilty out in a minute.
Well, lively anyway. So.
Ah, yeah. We're not taking any wrasse, guys. We're going to be releasing them all. They're quite a hardy fish.
Doesn't want to go away.
Yeah. I love the look of gilt heads. Like you said the other day, they got a mean look to them, eh?
It's machines. Huh?
Yeah, feisty. He weren't coming out. Nice fish. Be free. Oh, when those fish, they flare up, it's hard to get them out. Not an expert at this, but certainly getting the hang of it. Lovely sized bream, beautiful eating. Starting to get a few now.
Put that pocket down.
Yeah, the bream there. I think that's the first section of net we've come to now. I think that's one length. Not too bad. It's more the bream, the bass that you really want. Nice little haul there. Always nice to see gilties. Hopefully we get a few more. Oh, big belly on that one. Bass and mullet bucket.
Exactly.
This is our arch enemy right here. These things snag up. And if you get a lot of them, it can be a very time consuming job. That's for sure. We're very lucky tonight. There's not a huge amount of weed yet. I say yet. Good start that. There we go. Bass there. Few bream, some nice gilt heads, and some nice big mullet. You beauty. We're just waiting for the tide to go down, then we're going to end up on the other half of the net, or the second net should I say. Come on. We're at the other end now. Got one bream so far, but we've got a lot of water behind the net, so there could be fish just sitting behind. Once the tide goes out, they'll all just swim into the net. That's the theory. Oh, we finally got a fish. What was it, mullet? Nice mullet. It's been a bit dry this one so far. Nice size grey. Expected a few more bass.
Doggy.
Another doggy. The elusive dogfish. Oh, finally we've got a bass. Not a bad fish. Another fish up there as well. Is that another bass? Ah, yeah, mullet. There's another fish over here as well. Must have left the pool because we've been through this, eh? Where is it? It just hit the net here. Look at the slime, look. It must have got through.
What was it?
I don't know. I just seen the splashing and then it went off. There's loads of slime. Just shows, guys, see? The fish are a little bit too small. They go straight through the net. That rain is really coming down now. Set another mullet. A gilty. Nice. That's not a bad gilt.
On the wrong side of the net as well.
Oh yeah. That's a nice thick one, that, eh? It's chunky. This second net's been quite quiet, to be fair, guys. So most of the fish came from the other side, depending on what's behind in the water, but interesting. Got an attitude then. That's That's a lovely fish, that. Proper guilty. They love twisting themselves up, eh?
Yeah, especially greys. So on the float line, they seem to go kamikaze around that loop of string.
That's a nice one.
Amazing me on the different
Oh, so yeah, you get a bright red, all sorts, eh? There you go, guys. That's about as big as will get stuck in the net. What's that, like 2.5, 3 pound?
About right.
Yeah. Just because there's a big myth with netting and stuff that they think they catch every size of fish. They don't. As you can see, a lot of the bream and a lot of the bass are very similar size. It's very selective. We've decided to leave the net out for tomorrow, guys. So what we're doing is just, because the tide's gone out now, is push this float line this side of the net, so we bring it over, take the weed out and then lay it down again and just de-fish as we go. Another nice big mullet down there. Happy days. Big part of shore netting, that. Avoid it at all costs. There we go, guys. Sitting behind the net, that's a gilt head bream. This is going to dry out soon. That's going straight into the box. Hopefully there's a few more. Prime eating fish. As I said before, guys, mullet are very underrated for eating. Beautiful fish though. Quite a few greys today, eh?
Unfortunately.
That's a nice guilty, that one.
No future.
No, interesting.
Yeah, last time all we had was cooked future.
Not a bad little haul, not the best one in the world, but we've got some fish. Time to go ice up some fish. Nice amount of greys. What I do, guys, is just write down the weights of the fish, and then they go into a logbook, and that goes to Sea Fisheries.
1.4 bass.
Like you said, not one coochers, eh? Last time we did this spot, guys, we had a load of coochers bream. Just shows how things change up, because we had barely any gilt heads, and today we got a couple.
3.3.
Nice. So there we go, guys. Both got our catch. I'm going to put some ice on them, and they'll get landed in the morning. Job done. And there's yesterday's catch. As you can see, we put our name on our bucket, and that's our catch. Shows you a little glimpse into commercial fishing. Beautiful. I stop, ready for market. Smash fishing, baby.